Officials for this afternoon's match, Sydney Berridge, Juliana Blumentraff, Joshua Blumentraff, and Hannah Browning. Our match commissioner is Cabarry with the fruits. rise if you are able, remove your headgear, and face the flag at the far end of the pitch for our national anthem, O Canada.
Welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody outside and in between to the official L1BC Match of the Week, presented by the Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport, and business professionals to become leaders in the world of sports management. We are underway here at Kakinishuk Stadium to see Unity FC take on Nanaimo United FC. As it goes out of play, Nanaimo gets it back. As the Uni team not far removed from partnership with Trinity Western University. At one point, they played on the same pitch that the Spartans called home. Moved to Surrey not too long ago. Chip back towards Milena Ramirez, making her first home start in quite a bit. It's a great day for sports here at the Q District. We've got the Elwood Wiley going on right behind us. Then over at the Nick, we've got lax, hockey, and a swim meet not too far away, all within 200 meters, 200 square meters to go with the League 1 BC soccer action here at Kakinishtuk Stadium. As always, I regret to inform you that I'm Caleb Green on the call for today's action. Here comes Charity Field trying to get it across. Great defensive play by Nanaimo to keep it out. Nicholas will send it ahead as it's taken away by Sakaki. Another attempt there goes beyond the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for Ramirez, who will not have anyone backing her up today. Caden Thorpe is sick. Brooke Ingram could not make it due to reasons which I still have not found out, as Henderson gets it on the near side, kicks it out of play, and Unity gets it back. So while it is a small chance, there's a non-zero chance that we could see Marco Illich suit up for both sides today. Bastura chucks it in. Taken away by Bronte Fitzsimmons. She scored the game-winning goal against Kamloops earlier in the year. Throw in, it comes back out to center. Elizabeth Hicks wearing the C for Unity as they gun for another win on the year. The only team to have not been outright defeated at this point in the campaign. And here's Bronte Fitzsimmons coming in. Full head of steam. Fitzsimmons comes in all alone. Stopped. Great save there by Yasmin Pahal. And Fitzsimmons is down. She looks to be okay, as she was denied on a fantastic save by Yasmin Pahal. Charity Field, now over to Claire Bastura. Field chips it back, Ruby Nicholas giving chase. Now over to Jensen Napier-Ganley. She scored the game-tying goal against Langley United en route to a 2-2 draw. Battle along the far side, Nicholas comes out of the pack. Ruby Nicholas trying to get it ahead, swings it towards the net. It goes beyond the line. It'll be a goal kick for Pahal. Or will it? It will not be a goal kick. Instead, it'll be an attempt from the corner for Nanaimo as they try to get on the board first. Halfway through the 5th minute now, both teams still scoreless. First corner kick of the game for either team. They swing it towards the net. Almost had Fitzsimmons with a good shot there, but instead it's Pahal who scoops it up. I apologize if I mute a lot more often in this game. There's a significant amount of crowd noise behind me due to the aforementioned Elwood Wiley track meet. Pahal swings it ahead. And she gets it right back. Ava Alexander giving chase on the far side. Nicholas misses it. Here comes Unity on the rush. But it's chipped back into Ramirez, who boots it back out to center. Trying to send Jay Dillabo forth. Bastura able to corral it. Pressed into the far corner, it rolls out. And able to win it back for Unity. Chucked in by Bastura. Sent beyond the line by Napier Ganley. And there could be trouble down the far side. Here comes Aaron Stewart, all alone. Stewart tries it. Diving attempt there, and they can't quite finish. It's kicked to safety by Ella Ashfeld. Dillabo chips it back as Nanaimo dodges a bullet. Fitzsimmons looking ahead for Alexander. Sent back out, Nanaimo trying to clear it. Rolls beyond the line and out of play. Nanaimo gets a chance to reset. Alexander throwing the body around. Swings it to the far side. Nicholas keeps it inside. Ashfield tries to stay with it. Comes back out. Here's the captain, Lauren Gray. Anderson breaks it up. Reynolds back over to center. Henderson trying to get past Anderson. Anderson wins it back for Nanaimo. Here's Jay Dillabo as Fitzsimmons takes another tumble. Ramirez goes for the long ball. Looking for Henderson on the near side. It's broken up. Kylie Hendricks takes a tumble. Possession given back to Unity. Goes over Charity Field. Dillabo trying to chip it back out. It comes over to Aaron Stewart. Corneal sends it to the far side. Stewart sends it skyward. Headed back in. Nicholas trying to keep it. Behind the back, Fitzsimmons looking ahead for Nicholas. She's got to hurry if she doesn't want to go behind the line. It goes off the flag. And it's given back to Unity. Hall looks over the chess table, trying to get Unity on the board. Alexander chips it. Streaking ahead is Nicholas. Ruby Nicholas tries to keep it inside, but it goes beyond the line. The wall begins to form as Jensen Napier-Ganley, who scored the tying goal against Langley 2 weeks ago, prepares for a corner kick, perhaps an Olympico. Kick on the way as a sea of bodies surrounds Pahal. Alexander trying to stay with it. Napier-Ganley sends it skyward. And well out of play. Another corner kick coming. As Dillabo comes up, perhaps as a decoy. Trying to keep it inside. They do. Henderson gets tied up. And it'll be another corner kick for Nanaimo, this time from the near side. 12 minutes gone by, still scoreless at the Q. Kick on the way, long towards the net, it goes up. Dillabo tries to stay with it. Sent skyward again, perhaps a chance to reset. Great defense there by Unity. As it rolls beyond the line, and finally Unity gets it back after a crazy sequence of corner kicks. Nicholas tries to stay with it. Sent out of play again, and there's no question as to who will get it back. Shocked in, Dillabo tries to stay with it. A chance there. Shot blocked. Rolls beyond the line again. And Nanaimo gets the chance to reset. Napier-Ganley chucks it in. For Ruby Nicholas, who can't get to it. Goes off of Hendricks. Over to Henderson. She gets it back. Swings it ahead for Alexander. Looking for Ruby Nicholas. Able to stay with it. Tries to swing and a shot. A great save by Yasmin Pahal. Field almost bobbles it. Gets it over to Anderson, who's able to stay with it. Abby Anderson tries to swing it on, and it's scooped up by Ramirez. Dillabo looking for Henderson. Can she win the race? She cannot. Barely kept in. Dillabo looking ahead for Fitzsimmons as it rolls beyond the line again. This time Nanaimo will be the benefactor of a turnover. Thrown in by Henderson. Taken away by Napier-Ganley. Anderson gets it back, barely keeps it in. Out comes Pahal to play it. Corneal swings it. Sent back for Hicks. And there could be trouble, but the crisis is averted, at least for now, as Ramirez scoops up that shot from Kylie Hendricks. So far an even stalemate, 17 minutes in. Good chance now for Unity as they try a shot that goes beyond the goal mouth and out of play. Alexander. It's tripped up as it goes out, and Nanaimo gets it back. Dillabo tries to get it as Corneal chips it in. Nanaimo showing more urgency now. Ashfeld looking ahead for Nicholas as it goes out. Sakaki, I believe, the last to touch it. It'll be a free kick for Nanaimo United. Off a handball from Unity. Very poor decision, especially considering how deep we are into the game. Entering the 21st minute now. Both teams still tied at 0 for now. Nanaimo trying to be the first ones on the board. Free kick on the way, swung towards the net. Great defense there by Unity as Nicholas tries to keep it in play. Sent back into Alexander. Looking ahead, and here comes Jay Dillabo trying to get in, stonewalled by Pahal. Another great save by the Unity goalkeeper. Gray gets tripped up. And this is trouble. Here comes Sadu. Trying to come in. She gets tripped up on her way to the net. No calls coming as Fitzsimmons sends it to the far side. Now to play. Out of play again. Nanaimo seemingly gaming the system. This late in the season, when you're battling for a playoff spot, I don't really blame you. "22 minutes gone by. Still scoreless at Kinnischuk on the League 1 BC Match of the Week, presented by the Cruyff Institute. Nicholas tries to stay with it. Chipped out. It remains in play, at least for now. Vestura backpedaling. Trying to get it ahead. Taken away by Fitzsimmons. Looking ahead for Jade Dillabo. Trying to get her second rush of the day. She will not have that chance just yet. Here's Anderson looking ahead. Out comes Ramirez to play it. Kept in by Alexander. Fitzsimmons wins the foot race to it. Drops it back off. Nicholas trying from the far side. Trying to get past Sakaki as it rolls beyond the line. Gray sends it back. Cornel retaliates. And now potential rush for Unity. They try to swing it on, and it's quelled by Ramirez. Ashfeld. Ahead now, Dillabo. This is it. Here's Anderson. chance now. Picked up by Ramirez. Looked from my angle like it might have just been on the goal line. Long ball ahead, looking for Dillabo. Instead, it'll be Claire Bastura, who sends it beyond the line. Goal kick coming for Yasmin Pahal. She's been outstanding so far. Field chips it ahead. Headed back now for Hagel. It'll be a throw-in for Claire Bastura. And Kylie Hendricks gets loose. No one was there on the far side. Would have been a great chance for a goal there. Back over to Corneal. Bastura able to win the race to it. And back for Sadu, but it's taken away. Here comes Ella Ashfeld. Back pedals, trying to get past Sadu. Sends it ahead for Jade Dillabo. Picked off by Hicks. Field. Dropping it back for Aaron Stewart. Kicked out by Henderson. And there could be trouble. Here's a chance there, and it's stopped by Ramirez. Great effort by both goalies so far on the League 1 BC Match of the Week. Glad to have you here. This is technically the third week in a row that Nanaimo United has been featured on the Match of the Week, because last week someone here accidentally used the wrong stream key, and we temporarily hijacked the actual match, which involved Burnaby. Nanaimo was not playing Burnaby that week. They were playing against Langley United. And to my understanding, the first part of that game actually got more views. Fitzsimmons takes a tumble. Might have been some embellishment there. Nicholas keeps it in. Fitzsimmons tries to stay with it, looking ahead. Here's Jade Dillabo on a rush, trying to make good on past mistake. Dillabo stopped by Pahal, the rebound! Goes up and over the net. Another outstanding save by Yasmin Pahal, her second on Dillabo today. Here's Sadu. who almost had a break. Goal kick for Ramirez. Ramirez. Back out, goes off the head of Stewart. Field. Now Unity with another chance to do, almost had it. It's broken up. Unity gunning for another shot now. Comes back over to Bastura. She goes nowhere near the net. Another attempt now stopped by Ramirez. Quite the goalie duel we have so far. Entering the 34th minute. Still scoreless here in Nanaimo. Here's Tristan Corneal. Given right back to Nanaimo. Unity making good on that pass mistake. Back over to Bastura. It's turned into a game of tennis here. Field jips it back to Corneal. Another chance now. Here they come streaking. Goes beyond the goal mouth. And it won't quite stay in play. Kylie Hendricks couldn't quite keep it inside the lines. Dillabo giving chase on Stewart. Comes back over. Diving save there by Ramirez. Nicholas sends it back over. Kate Reynolds now ahead for Ramirez. Nearly turns it over there. Lauren Gray trying to get away now. On the near side, barely able to keep it inside is Raina Hagel. Rolls beyond the line, Nanaimo gets it back. It'll be a throw-in for Jensen Napier-Ganley. No stranger to heroics in the 11th hour. She scored the tying goal against Langley United 2 weeks ago as she prepares for her 4th corner kick of the day. on the way from Napier Ganley. Swung towards a sea of bodies, goes over almost all of them. Kept up by Corneal. Nanaimo trying to stay with it. Here's Dillabo with a shot. She scores! Jade Dillabo! 1-0 Nanaimo! Ain't that a way to open the scoring? Jade Dillabo amidst a sea of bodies right in front of Yasmin Pahal. And there will be no shutout for Unity today. It's 1-0. Corneal going for the long ball. Egel backpedaling, trying to shake off Sadu as it rolls beyond the line, and Unity now has a chance to strike. Throw in for Nanaimo. Egel tries to stay with it. Jade Dillabo finally gets her revenge for those two stoned breaks, where she was stopped both times on great saves by Yasmin Pahal. But third time was the charm. And Nanaimo leads 1-0 consequently.
FC goal. Scored in the 37th minute by number 22, Jade Dillabo.
Lauren Gray to get things started. She's worn the C most every game. Kate Reynolds right behind her. Ava Alexander giving chase. Hicks forced to backpedal. Sent laterally for Corneal. Nicholas keeps it in bounds. But she can't do that for much longer as Unity gets it back. We'd like to take this time to thank our official club partners, Wolf Brewing, Nanaimo Track and Field, the VIU Mariners Athletics and Recreation, the Nanaimo News Bulletin, and the Jingle Pot Pub. Help and support Nanaimo United FC for as long as we've been alive. Another great save there by Ramirez. Hagel barely goes beyond the line. The immediate throw in there from Bastura. Gray rushing after it. Aaron Stewart looking to tie the game. Free kick coming. The midfielder Aaron Stewart tries for the free kick. Can't quite find anyone as it's kicked out. Rolling to the far side. Nicholas able to chip it back in. Kristen Sakaki forced to backpedal. Bastura chips it back to Pahal. Headed back down. Here's Fitzsimmons trying to send Dillabo forth. She's been the main target for these sorts of things for Nanaimo. Reynolds able to send it out. Nearing the 43rd minute now as UNI prepares for a corner kick. Nanaimo leading 1-0 off a goal from Jay Dillabo. Kicked up by Corneal. Nanaimo trying to get it back. It's a great day for sports here at the Q District. Swim meet not too far by. Lacrosse and hockey over at the Nick. Soccer, of course, going on here. The Elwood Wiley track meet going on right behind us. As Ramirez sends it ahead. Overall, great day for those in Nanaimo looking for entertainment, especially when it comes to League 1 BC Match of the Week. Ramirez comes out. Almost loses it. Anderson giving chase. Can't quite stay in bounds as Hagel forced to chip it out. Unity advancing little by little, entering the 45th minute. Still trying to come back from down 1-0. And that's a good place to start. Here's Claire Bastura, chipping it back for Elizabeth Hicks. Across now, Corneal. Sent to the far side. Unity looking to get one back. Good block there. Comes over to Bastura on the near side. Here's Sadu trying to get loose. Looking ahead. Out comes Ramirez. Goes beyond the line and just barely beyond the net. A crazy sequence. It just goes beyond the right post. And Kylie Hendricks being held prisoner within the two posts.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute will be added.
Minimum 1 minute will be added to the end of the first half. Doesn't seem like much time, but never say never. Lest we forget Bronte Fitzsimmons scoring the game-winning goal against Kamloops United 2 minutes into extra time to help them come back from down 2-0 and pick up their first win of the season. Sent back to Corneal. Alexander giving chase. Sent back in by Reynolds. Alexander loses it. Corneal chips it back. And that'll do it for the first half. Nanaimo holding on to a 1-0 lead. off a late goal from Jay Dillabo right in front of Yasmin Vahal. We'd like to take this time to thank some of our club sponsors, RLR Lawyers, Ramsey, Lampman Rhodes Lawyers, our Vancouver Islands lawyers. You kind of got to slow down to say that one. O'Neill's, the official team supplier, keeping NUFC looking sharp for more than 7 years. Wildwood Health, the club athletic therapy partners, rehabilitation, sport performance, personal training, pediatrics, gearing you up for all of life's adventures. Junk in Our Trunk, the official sponsor of Nanaimo United FC's practice kit, your top choice for junk removal and moving services on Vancouver Island. Seaview Home and Auto Glass, the official sponsor of our youth supporters, making it possible for our youth to come out and support NUFC. Martin Velson Real Estate Team, the field sponsor, helping West Coast buyers and sellers achieve more wealth through real estate since 1993. Footprint Security, security services, providing the highest level of service and security expertise to Vancouver Island for 40 years, as well as our club partners, Wolf Brewing, Nanaimo Track and Field, VIU Mariners Athletics and Recreation, the Nanaimo News Bulletin, and the Jingle Pot Pub. We'd also like to take this time to acknowledge the league partners on the League 1 BC Match of the Week: Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League 1 BC. Hummel, the official apparel partner of League 1 BC. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch every CPL and Canadian national team match from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. League 1 BC Match of the Week, Nanaimo versus Uni, coming up in just a few minutes. 46 minutes and a cup of coffee later, we welcome you back to Kakinishuk Stadium. Nanaimo leading 1-0 off a late goal from Jay Dillabo. Nanaimo going from left to right across your screen. Unity going opposite. Unity is yet to lose a game all year. Nanaimo looking to make that their first and get their statement win of the season. Comes back over. Here's Sakaki who chips it in. Henderson as it goes off of field. Thrown in, it goes over the head of Alexander. Kashima tries to stay with it. Reynolds chips it out. Corneal backpedaling. Here's Fitzsimmons. Looking ahead for Ruby Nicholas. Able to stay with it. Keeps it inside the line, at least for the time being, as Bastura follows it to the far side. Barely able to stay in bounds. And this time it rolls out of play. Unity ball off the throw-in. Here's a good chance for Unity. Looking to tie it up at 1. But they'll have to wait at least a little bit longer as it rolls beyond the line and out of play. Ahead now for Fitzsimmons. You can expect to see some subs come on.
Substitution at the half. Entering the game, number 27, Abigail Anderson. Entering the game, number 11, Rihanna Hull.
Hull's coming in place of Anderson.
Nanaimo United substitution.
As Sakaki sends it out.
Entering the game, number 8, Rihanna Hagel. Entering the game, number 12, Hannah Wagner.
Wagner coming in place of Hagel. Nanaimo continuing to apply that pressure. It's been one of the main things that held them back earlier in the season was their passivity. Corneal tries to get it ahead to Kashima, but it goes off her backside. Nanaimo gets it back. It'll be a throw-in for Avery Henderson. She scored 2 goals, including the game tire against Kamloops on the 4th. Rolls out again, barely kept inside. Henderson looking ahead. Nicholas trying to get free. Ruby Nicholas pressured by Sakaki, dropping it back off, looking for Fitzsimmons as it's picked off. Sent back out. Henderson able to intercept it as she gets tripped up, able to get it free. Fitzsimmons hustling after it now, able to stay with it. And there could be a chance on the near side. Swings it towards the net, headed back out by Corneal. Miss Henderson, Reynolds. Ashfield has it blocked as it rolls beyond the line. It remains Nanaimo ball. Nearing the 52nd minute, Jay Dillebo's late tally stands as the game's only goal so far, and it comes in favor of the home team. Chucked in by Henderson as it rolls out of bounds. Looked like Nicholas was the last one to touch it, but Nanaimo retains it. Another throw-in, headed up by Corneal. Fitzsimmons tries to stay with it. And it rolls beyond the line. It'll be a goal kick for Yasmin Pahal, who was outstanding in the first half, made 2 great saves on Jay Dillebo, but the third time was in fact the charm for Nanaimo. Sakaki chips it back. Swung ahead, looking for Kashima. She's all alone as Ramirez backpedals, trying to keep it in front as it denied. Nanaimo dodging a bullet. Another attempt there from Corneal. That's taken away. Sent ahead for Ruby Nicholas as she leads the charge back out. Out comes Pahal to play it. Lauren Gray backpedaling as Unity comes in with a chance to tie it. Here they come in a great play to maintain the lead for Nanaimo. But they might not hold that lead for much longer. Nanaimo scored their first goal in the aftermath of a corner kick. Goes up and over the net. The attempt there from Leanna Holes. It'll be a goal kick for Ramirez. Henderson trying to stay with it. As it gets past Nicholas, Unity gets it back. The immediate throw in from Sakaki. Over to Kashima, trying to stay with it. Comes back over to Nicholas. This time she holds on to it. Kicked up. Reynolds sends it back. Alexander and Fitzsimmons giving chase. Sent ahead now as it's intercepted and sent out of play. Very interesting strategy from UND. They seem to be focused on just tiring Nanaimo out. Here's Elizabeth Hicks wearing the C for Unity today as it rolls beyond the line. The action, once at center, shifts back into the Nanaimo zone as it's dropped back off for Corneal. We've seen her quite a bit throughout the second half. Hicks looking ahead for Field. Can she keep it inside? She cannot. Another goal kick for Ramirez. Nanaimo continuing to apply pressure where they can. Here's Kashima. Nearly a good attempt there for Hulls, but it's broken up. Ashfield able to escape. Reynolds tries to chip it. Anderson on the near side. Hulls still looking for a first as it rolls beyond the goal line. Another goal kick going by way of Milena Ramirez. Kept inside by Unity as the crowd roars behind me. Hendricks gets it across to Kashima. Trying to stay with it, but Henderson has been relentless. Poked back out. Fitzsimmons chips it to center. Nanaimo finally getting a chance to have some sustained possession. Seems like they've been on defense all half. Their possession is brief as they have to go back on defense. Nicholas chips it ahead. Corneal forced to backpedal. Sent over to Pahal, trying to shake off Fitzsimmons, who misses the tackle. Stewart sends it across, and the play is well offside. Ashfield chips it back over. Reynolds trying to get it to Henderson, and it's taken away by Kashima. Here comes Kashima. Henderson trying to push her to the outside! And the levee breaks. Unity gets on the board, but it may come with a cost. Likely just a cramp, but still not a good sight to see. She does look to be okay, and it's a brand new game. 1-1 in the 61st minute. Nanaimo now getting a chance. Kept in by Alexander. It was off of Napier Ganley. Henderson. Over now Ashfield. Nicholas tries to stay with it. Goes outside and Unity gets it back. Sent ahead now for Charity Field, called offside again. One now from Nanaimo.
Unity FC goal scored in the 60th minute by number 11, Leanna Hull.
Thrown back in. Nicholas misses it. Comes back out to center. Kashima has a shot blocked as it rolls to the near side. Sadu giving chase as possession is earned back by Unity. Sakaki throws it in. Comes over to Sadu. Sadu trying to stay with it. Field chips it back to Corneal. Rolls beyond the line again. It'll be a goal kick for Ramirez. Neither goalie will record a shutout. Back to center, here's Corneal. Able to stay with it. Another trip there. Kate Reynolds looks to be okay, as is Field. It'll be a free kick for Charity Field. As Aaron Stewart joins her, the wall forming on the far side. Elena Ramirez waiting with bated breath. Kick on the way, right into the chest of Ramirez. Down the near side. Nanaimo able to retain it. Henderson will throw it in. And trying to get loose. Another chance there. And just outside, might have been poked away by Pahal, who, despite conceding a goal in the first half, has remained spectacular.
Now the United substitutions. Exiting the game, number 17, Jensen Napier-Ganley. Number 7, Sophia Haile. And number 11, Ava Alexander.
Barfoot trying to get it. And another chance now for Nanaimo. She's tripped up. Able to recover somewhat quickly. RJ Barfoot applying pressure as it rolls beyond the line and back into the possession of Unity.
Section on the Nanaimo United substitutions. Exiting the game, number 17, Jensen Napier-Ganley. Number 9, Ruby Nicholas. And number 11, Ava Alexander. Entering the game, number 7, Sophia Haile. Number 6, RJ Barfoot. And number 10, Victoria Cronkite. Unity substitutions. Exiting the game, number 17, Charity Field. Entering the game, number 14, Luciana Andrews.
Good chance now for Nanaimo. Barfoot tries to stay with it. She does. And she gets tripped up. Possession given back to Unity. Throw in for Sakaki. Over to Holes. Back to Sakaki. Cornel backpedaling. Back to Ramirez. Unity has dominated possession so far in the second half. Anderson takes a tumble, as does Fitzsimmons. Nanaimo still able to keep it. Here's RJ Barfoot battling for it. Looks like it might have gone out of bounds. At least that's what Unity's saying. No calls coming either way. Barfoot can't get past Cornel. Nanaimo starting to show more aggression as it comes back to Corneal. Looking ahead now. Almost a great goal there for Sana Kashima. As she's stricken by a muscle cramp.
Nanaimo United substitution. Exiting the game, number 14, Kate Reynolds. Entering the game, number 13, Mary Nichols.
Ramirez looking ahead for Barfoot, who tries to stay with it. Gets tripped up. Sent ahead by Henderson. Back over to Nichols. Trying to get it ahead to Barfoot as it rolls beyond the line. Back into the hands of Unity. Ashfield. Over now to Nichols. Made her home debut 2 weeks ago. Bastura on the far side. Looking to get the go-ahead goal for Unity. Nearly get one there, but it just on the wrong side of that right post. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge some of our club sponsors: Ramsey Lampman Rhodes Lawyers, O'Neill's, the official team supplier, Wildwood Health, Junkenard Trunk, Seaview Home and Auto Glass, Martin Velson Real Estate Team, Footprint Security, Wolf Brewing, Nanaimo Track and Field, VIU Mariners Athletics and Recreation, the Nanaimo News Bulletin, and the Jingle Pot Pub. All supporting Nanaimo United since their first year. Dillabo hustling after it. Comes over to Andrews. Looking for the go-ahead goal. It comes out to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons may have some momentum here. Trying to get it ahead. Picked up by Ramirez. Swung across to Nichols. Corneal trying to chip it back in for Unity as Stewart sends it back. Elizabeth Hicks. As by Stewart, can't quite hold on to it. Back over now Stewart. Back to Corneal, who takes a tumble, and she looks to be in some discomfort.
Entering the game, number 29, Andrea Waswick. And number 9, Macy Slater.
Corneal looking to get the go-ahead goal for Unity as they remain undefeated on the year. Either won or drawn in all of their matches so far. Corner kick now coming. And just kept out. Great play by Fitzsimmons to keep it tied. All around good effort from Nanaimo on the corner kick, but now they got to do it again. This time coming from the far corner. On the way as the walls begin to close. Amidst a series of bodies, Ramirez out. Kept just on the goal line. And it might have crossed the line. Nanaimo saying it doesn't. Unity saying the opposite. It remains 1-1 for the time being. We'll see if that may change as it rolls beyond the line again. And Ramirez gets another goal kick. A chaotic scramble in front of Ramirez. Every single player on the field, all crammed within 5 square feet. Still they battle for it. Chipped out by Slater. Trying to stay with it. Over to Corneal. Across to Sakaki, back to Corneal.
Nanaimo United substitution. Exiting the game, number 2, Bronte Fitzsimmons. Entering the game, number 16.
Ahead now,
Paul.
as it's taken away. Anderson has a shot blocked. Alex Paul coming in place of Fitzsimmons. Good effort by Manchester Dew, trying to get it in front. Nearly had Slater for the go-ahead goal. In the 81st minute, it remains 1-1. Your goals today coming from Jade Dillabo and Leanna Holes. And now it's Nanaimo starting to dominate the time of possession. Wagner sends it back for Ramirez. Back over to Wagner. Dillabo. Slater chips it ahead. And it goes beyond the line. Another goal kick coming. Headed out. Nanaimo gets a clear. Corneal trying to stay with it. Headed back up. Just kept inside. Last goes off of Corneal, but it's still kept in. Slater now giving chase as Nanaimo earns it back. Sent ahead by Nichols. Ashfeld trying to stay with it. Lauren Gray sends it up. Ashfeld looking ahead now. Comes back over to Slater. Out comes Ramirez to play it. Sakaki throws it in. And Slater barely able to keep it in bounds. Then comes Ramirez to stop another shot. And now a rush. Here comes Alex Paul alone. She scores! Alex Paul! The hero in the 11th hour. It's 2-1 Nanaimo. '85th minute heroics. Another goal, this time on a breakaway for Alex Paul. And Nanaimo restores their 1-goal lead.
Nanaimo United FC goal scored in the 85th minute by number 16, Alex Paul.
Now another chance. Here's RJ Barfoot coming in on the near side. Alex Paul nearly looking for a second. Cronkite takes a tumble. Comes back over now to Owasiuk. Dillabo gets tripped up. Nanaimo gets it back. Trying to hold on to their recently reclaimed one-goal lead. Jay Dillabo and Alex Paul, the goal scorers for Nanaimo. Leanna Holes has the lone tally for Unity. No doubt in anyone's mind that there will be extra time, but the real question is, as always, how much? Headed back by Gray. Kept outside. It'll be Unity ball. Nearing the halfway mark of the 88th minute. Nanaimo leads 2-1. Off a goal from Alex Paul. Men's sides for both Nanaimo and Unity starting to warm up. Their match is coming up in just a few minutes. As it's chipped back out to center. Goes beyond the line again, now to play.
Unity substitution. Actually the game at number 5, Claire Bastura. Enter the game at number 2, Kaya Patrick.
Unity throwing everything they have at Ramirez. That nearly would have been the tying goal, but it just goes outside. Cornel heads it. Unity trying to keep it in bounds. They cannot, but they immediately get it back on a throw-in. And another throw-in. Both coming from Leanna Holes, who has Unity's lone goal today. Rolls out again. This time Nanaimo gets it back. Alex Paul giving chase. She scored the game winner, or at least what stands as the game winner so far. Nearing the end of regulation as it rolls beyond the line again.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes.
Minimum of 4 minutes will be added. Plenty of time for either team to make a mistake. Nearly saw one right there. Nanaimo forced to send it out of bounds. Nanaimo just trying to play keep away now, and I don't blame him. Kept in bounds. But it rolls beyond the line there. Unity gets it back, showing much more urgency now. See them taking next to no time at all on those throw-ins. Hicks tries to chip it back in. A chance as it's scooped up by Ramirez as she dives on it. Continuing to eat away at the clock. Nanaimo leading 2-1 off of goals from Jade Dillabo and Alex Paul on the League 1 BC Match of the Week presented by the Cruyff Institute. Lauren Gray chips it back out. Here comes Andrews on the rush. Kept to the outside, tries another shot that goes beyond the goal mouth. Rolls out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick for Ramirez. Taking her time, getting back to the goal, and I don't blame her. Long ball coming from Ramirez, looking to the near side, rolls out of bounds. Nanaimo gets it back. Rolls out of bounds again. Cornel chucks it. It'll be a throw-in for Avery Henderson. She tries to get it to Victoria Cronkite. And she trips up her opposite number, Mancha Sadu. Unity gets it back. They've got to hurry. Slater nearly has it. Able to shake off Henderson as it's chipped back out. Cornel sends it back in. Rolls out of bounds. Unity gets it back. Chucked in by Cornel. And back out. And ain't that a way to get your biggest win of the season? 2-1 the final from Kikinishuk Stadium. Nanaimo United with their statement win on the year as they take down Unity FC 2-1. David takes down Goliath.
Your victors this afternoon, Nanaimo United FC. Soccer fans, we thank you so much for joining us.
We'd like to take this time to thank our club sponsors on the League 1 BC Game of the Week. Ramsey Lampman Rhodes Lawyers, Vancouver Islands Lawyers, O'Neill's, the official team supplier, keeping NUFC looking sharp for more than 7 years. Wildwood Health, the club athletic therapy partners, rehabilitation, sport performance, personal training, pediatrics, gearing you up for all of life's adventures. Junk in Our Trunk, the official sponsor of our practice kit, your top choice for junk removal and moving services on Vancouver Island. Seaview Home and Auto Glass, the official sponsor of our youth supporters, making it possible for our youth to come out and support NUFC. The Martin Velson Real Estate Team, our field sponsor, helping West Coast buyers and sellers achieve more wealth through real estate since 1993. Footprint Security, security services, providing the highest level of service and security expertise to Vancouver Island for 40 years. As well as our official club partners, Wolf Brewing, Nanaimo Track and Field, VIU Mariners Athletics and Recreation, Nanaimo News Bulletin, and Jingle Pot Pub, all of which have been with us since our first year. We would also like to acknowledge the following league partners: Gatorade, Rehydrate, Replenish, Refuel, The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport, and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for League 1 BC. Hummel, the official apparel partner of League 1 BC. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch every CPL and Canadian national team match from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire, and unite. Men's match coming up in just a few minutes. 2-1 the final from Kikinichuk Stadium. As always, on behalf of Jason and Alex Coates, our entire production team here at Kikinichuk Stadium, I'm Caleb Green saying so long, and we'll see you next time.